Welcome everyone, you're watching Buffett's Tears. Today we're going to look at the price of Bitcoin and other news that are related to the crypto world. Okay, we were capable to break through 10,000, but it was fake breakthrough. If you remember, I was projecting this to happen like a week ago, and as you remember, we had a dragon pattern here, and I was expecting here in Binance chart the breakthrough right there. As you can see, our previous forecast, here's our head, neck, and shoulder. And so here we can see that here we were bounced off that line, that trend line, and we descended down. Okay, so let's highlight what's the most important to pay attention here when we were breaking through 10,000. Well, first of all, it's a new trend that Arthur Weiss has announced. When there is any fluctuation without reason, you need to go offline and step out. Same happened to Coinbase. Well, what can you say? Well, guys figured out the way to earn more money and scam the crypto world while there is no proper regulation. Okay, let's get back to the chart. Right here we had a descending trend, which we break through. And then, as you can see, we have this index, BitMEX funding and premium BitMEX. It reveals the mood of the crowd and aggression of the crowd. When we break through this line, it means that there are purchases happening, and the higher the index is, it means the more aggressive the crowd is with purchasing power. And as soon as we moved beyond 10,000, all the crowd started to actively making purchase and invest. And if you're not first day trading cryptocurrencies, when there is a breakthrough, crowd in its most capacity stays in negative. All the stops were broken. Okay, let me open the one-day chart. One-day time frame shows that it was really correct story of when the crowd is purchasing on high and it goes long, when the price is in its lowest range, the crowd takes a short position and loses with that as well, because the movement goes the other direction. As you can see here, a huge candle, yellow candle at 3,200. Right here, the crowd was taking short position really aggressively. And as you can see, they were all shaved, and the price actually moved in the other direction, opposite to their positioning. Okay, let me reveal a little more candle. You can see right here we were above the zero range. Numbers were really high. The crowd was actively purchasing. We did a movement down, removed all their stop loss. Then right here again purchasing and again descending, moving against their direction. And here in the current situation since March of this indicator shows that the crowd was shorting and we moved in the opposite direction. As soon as there were any purchases happening, it took a little time for movement to go again against their price. As you can see, the crowd was making purchases and everybody was shaved when the price moved down, as you can see. We also can see that not only pattern upside down dragon, we have a flip dragon, and when we have such triangles the exit from such triangle shape is usually upward. And when we break through and we went out of this triangle served as a trend line above it, and the longs were increasing, right, just when it break through. A lot of stops were behind this trend line, and they were all wiped out. And after retest, we went again underneath the trend line. So our dragon pattern is not broken yet. I do not consider it broken. And so 7,300 is still the target for the price, for the whole movement of price of Bitcoin. Okay, what else in more details we can look here and see here? Who is still not in a position and looking for the right signal? Here we need a breakthrough. If we break through, the next price target will be 10,000. And it's basically like a domino effect. If we break this target, then the second target will be 8,700. Right here, we have to look at all scenarios that possibly can occur. There should be always plan A, plan B, plan C. We should never just dump all other scenarios and hook up with one scenario. We have to plan everything. So here we have a very interesting pattern that I noticed. If you know what is a head and shoulders pattern, right here we are missing the right shoulder. So left, head, and the right shoulder, we are expecting it to be created somewhere here in the range of 9,700, and then we will get the right shoulder. If this is the scenario that may occur, here we have a projector, a little shy projector. If we break through this trend line with a pattern, we're gonna hit 8,700, 8,600 price level. Very interesting. Okay, what's the next scenario I found? It will be... Okay, first of all this scenario that I mentioned can be considered canceled, if we break through this trend line or resistance level of 10,000, 10,200. Then I will have to relook at the forecast of the price since it's going to be a totally different picture. For now, I'm all in for 7,300, 7,600. If you remember in 2018, I think in the end of October, beginning of November, Bitmain announced that they will be releasing new hardware for mining, and majority of small miners, they were really excited. The price was around 6,500. Everybody considered it unbreakable trend, a point of resistance. And then we break through and we flew away. So in order for Bitmain to sell its new hardware, it needs to make sure that customers see profit or see profitability in this. So for example, if the price 6,500 is the price of Bitcoin and then it decreased to 5,000, well, with the old equipment, it's becoming not really profitable, less profitable. But if you would purchase that Bitmain advertised equipment, you would still make more money and you will still make some profit due to higher capacity of processing power of that equipment, of hardware by Bitmain. So in order for the old equipment was thrown out to the garbage by majority of miners, and Bitmain received customers again and tried to sell all their hardware again. Well, they have to make sure they give a higher capacity equipment for sale, and that's exactly what happened. And as far as I heard, in the end of May, it was announced by Bitmain, and just today it was confirmed that Bitmain has released a new hardware. And so if the price will be going down, it will make the equipment more attractive for previous miners, previous customers, and new people. Due to the halving, the price of Bitcoin really affects the industry of mining. Well, if we look at the idea, what if the price would go up? Well, if I would be a manipulator, market maker, it just doesn't make it feasible. It will be a little more expensive to make the market volatile, rather than use this Bitmain example. Okay, I also wanted to mention about this triangle. If we consider this a fake breakthrough and all this movement upward, if we would open features statistics, we would see this movement upward. Majority of the market was really putting their bet for shorts, and they were taking short positions, and the difference between long and short positions were almost 10%. And as soon as we break through, all the short positions really flipped and started to long. But when we reached 10,200, it turned upside down, and we became longs 60%, shorts 40%, and we went down. That's how we shaved. That's how majority of everyone was shaved. So this is what I'm trying to show you, the movement of the price. That's where we have to break through and move downward. If we would look at the classic of trading, this is where it enters, this is where it exits. Enters into triangle and exits the triangle. So that's why I'm saying this is the point at the lowest border of this triangular pattern. We either will bounce off or move upward, and this is the projector from this upper trend. If we break through the trend, then the next price will be 10,000. And of course, if we break through, we also pay attention if we are descending down, because if we are, then our projectors will play out, and we will continue descending down till 7,300. Okay, about head and shoulder, I explained. And well, the most extreme scenario that I'm not really looking at, as you can see, this is something we can do where we can come back to this level, but it's very low chances. If I will see this image and we are bouncing off very energetically, very dynamically, then everybody should short. This movement, majority of our signals group, where I previously gave a forecast about this movement, which we're expecting a lot of people did a really good profit. I was waiting till 3 p.m. waiting for 4-hour time frame, and we had a divergence there, so that's what I was waiting for. I really successfully put all my money into short position, and now I'm waiting for price descending down. So that's that movement upward, I would just only consider as another opportunity to increase my short position. I don't think that something will break all this pattern, but if anything, we can always exit position and find a new point of entry. And if we get a signal for long, then we will long it and flip our position. I think I explained everything. If you find this video useful, please subscribe, hit like, and leave your comment below. Also, you can join my Telegram channel where I give all the most important news about trading, about signals. Thank you everyone for your attention. Bye.